One.
You are watching Sipping Off the Cuff on tequilaaficionado.com, tequilaaficionado.com para los que hablan español.
Y los que hablan Spanglish? I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio, Texas. We still own the place. Anyway, uh,
We're back with Chaos.
chaos.
Cow.
Chaos or Caos or Cows. I don't know. You
You
know,
love Blanco?
loved it. Love the Blanco. The distillery is out of Arandas. It is Nome. What was the Nome on that, Alex? Nome
It's
1460.
1460.
Out of Arandas. And if you've been to Arandas, you know that Arandas is considered the cradle of the highlands. And according to the website, Alex, because I'm looking at the color of this thing, it's again a pale straw color. Um,
Yeah,
not
not
too
very dark.
pale,
Yeah,
but just
yeah, pretty
pale
color.
enough.
Yeah,
Um,
color like the Blanco, just a little tinge of color in there.
yeah, now the Blanco was beautiful. It was a very bright, um, Blanco, very pristine. According to their website, their process, as far as we know, they don't. This particular distillery does not have a diffuser, so this is how they work: stainless steel oven. That means it's an autoclave. Shredder roller, so it's just shredded and rolled the way they work it. Pot still, stainless steel. That's how their distillation. Double distilled, and as you said, 8 to 10 months in white oak bourbon barrels, and that makes a difference because um, traditionally bourbon goes in sweet and finishes dry. And so it'll be interesting. We just fell all over ourselves with the Blanco. So you can see it's a stock bottle, not real fancy. Nice. Some once in a while, if you're lucky, you get a bumper sticker. That says Chaos. We're in contact with the president of Chaos. His name is Brent Thason. Now, apparently, the brand launched in Austin, so their Texas is home, and then they've been to Arizona and I think Arizona and uh,
Colorado.
Colorado. Okay,
Yeah, they're not in California just yet.
not yet. What I had read on their website is that they're looking to do, I guess, Sedona and other parts of Scottsdale, which is a great tequila town, by the way. Scottsdale is really a good tequila town, much like Austin would be. Um, but anyway, it's also a kosher tequila. You got the seal on the bottom here, so it's kosher. So for the upcoming Hanukkah holidays, you know, no problem there. For those of you who are
Is that Jewish accent you got there?
no, that's a bad Hispanic accent. I don't do it.
It's a bad Jewish
I don't
Hispanic
do it.
accent.
Yeah, really. Which is the majority of us, I guess. Um, but anyway, it's a pale color, Alex. And you know what I noticed is that it doesn't have like heavy tears. Did you notice that
Yeah, it's real
on
thin.
on the Blanco? And not that that's a bad thing because maybe it's just the glycerin that happens naturally in distillation, and they're not adding to it, and that's okay. That's cool.
It's got a nice nose.
It's still very reminiscent of the Blanco though.
Yeah.
It's fruity with not a whole lot of wood.
I do get some of the wood notes.
Now with bourbon barrels, you'd think it'd be a little stronger. The wood notes would be a little bit more pronounced, but we're not. I'm not getting that.
No, I think the Blanco, it's such a well-made Blanco. It still comes through on the Reposado. You still have those citric notes that are coming
Yes,
through.
yes. Wow. I'm getting a little bit more alcohol on this one too. I'm not sure why.
Mm. Yeah, I'm loving the Repo.
It's very light on the wood, though, Alex.
It is.
It's enough to take
It's
the edge off the Blanco.
you know what it is. It's got a kiss of wood. Okay,
Okay.
it's got a kiss. It's got a kiss of wood because it's not. If anything, it's just complementing it just right. Like I said, taking maybe some of the edges off,
Hmm.
but it's actually very good.
So it's more balanced. I think the wood and the
I
and
think
the
so.
okay. Yeah, it's not if you're used to having a barrel a bourbon finish on some of your repos and añejos, you're not going to find it on this tequila
Mm.
because it doesn't finish dry. Not like the one that comes to mind right now is Mexican Moonshine, which comes out of another distillery. That one came in sweet, smells sweet, came in sweet, but finished dry. I'm not getting that from this. I'm still getting, like you said, just a hint and a kiss of wood.
Yeah, because I'm not even getting any caramel. I'm not getting
Yeah, yeah.
much vanilla. Just a hint of vanilla.
So these have to be used white American oak bourbon barrels. They must be at least 2 or 3 times used. I th- you know
Could
because
be.
it's 8 to 10 months. That's a lot of
Well,
months.
it's a lot of yeah. It's
You
a
know,
lot of contact time.
look at the color. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not very dark.
No, it's not.
So these have to be several times used to get the light. The light notes. So it's just taking the edge off the Blanco just enough. But you're right. There's no heavy caramel and vanilla and honey and no real spices to speak of either.
No,
And if that's what you're looking for, you may be disappointed, but you have to start with the Blanco first because that Blanco I'm not personally I like it like this, Alex. I think it's more traditional this way,
I think so too.
you know, because again, that's what we said with the Blanco. It's a traditional Arandas tequila.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's what a reposado is supposed to taste like.
Mm.
It's got like a true reposado profile. It's very good.
Yeah. What do you think? Brand of Promise?
I think it's a brand of promise.
Brand of Promise, ladies and gentlemen.
Most
This is a dark horse. Okay. Yeah, you're going to see this bottle on a lot of other tequilas. Just because you see the same bottle doesn't mean it's the same tequila. And just because it's in this kind of bottle doesn't mean you should, like we've said several times, don't judge a tequila by its bottle or a book by its cover, because this is really good stuff. I'm really surprised, Alex. I am, for the length of time that it's aged, and to just be just rounding and smoothing out the edges. The master distiller, whoever it is, because it doesn't give us his name. Now I'll tell you that the flavor profile on the website says fruity and spicy with cinnamon. The taste is still fruity oak sweet. Um, that's partly true. I'm not getting any.
I'm not getting cinnamon.
I'm not getting any spices at all. I mean, it's not like I said. If that's what you're looking for, you're not going to find it in this tequila because it's aged 8 to 10 months in white oak whiskey bourbon barrels or bourbon whiskey barrels, and it's for this length of time it's really light, so you know that the barrels have been used. But I like it. This is really a traditional, like you said. It's the way a reposado should taste. You know. If you're agave, if you like that tequila, it's agave forward from a highlands area like Arandas, then definitely this is your tequila.